Angad, Aunt Manveer told me about Sirat. How is she?
She's out of danger.
That's good. I brought breakfast for you. Aunt told me that you've been here since last night. You go home and rest. I'll stay here. I've got it. I'm not going anywhere.
The patient regained consciousness. You can see her now.
I want to talk with Sirat in private.
Sister Sirat, how are you feeling?
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to talk to you about something. Alone? I loved you, Sirat, with all of my heart. If you didn't want to marry me, I'd called you on that day and asked you if you wanted to marry me or not, and you said that you did.
We never had that sort of conversation.
On the night you'd called to Sister Sirat's phone and asked her whether she loved you or not, the one who had answered was me, not her.
Hey, want to watch this in your own language subtitle? It's super easy. Just click the CC button. If you're on your phone, tap the CC button above. If you're watching on a TV or laptop, click the CC button below. Choose your language, English, Arabic, French, Spanish, German, and many more. And enjoy the series your way.
Did you tell son-in-law everything? I hope you didn't reveal Gary's name. You, Sirat, and that darned Gary. It's a good thing that I entered your room early that morning.
Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Sirat? Sirat?
I can't stay alone. Please don't leave me. No, please. Please don't go.
Sirat?
Please don't leave me, Gary. I can't stay alone. No, Gary. No, please. Don't go, Gary. Listen.
Gary? Gary? That means the boy with whom Sirat eloped with is Gary? Gary? Angad's brother? And Sahiba's brother-in-law? Sirat?
No, Gary.
If this matter, if everybody comes to know of this, we'll be mocked. It will be chaos. And the bond between Sahiba and Angad. No. Sirat, wake up. Sirat.
Mom? Where am I?
In a hospital. You, Sahiba and Angad saved your life.
They shouldn't have saved me. I should have died. I don't want to live. I'm bad. They shouldn't have saved me. I don't want to live. Why did they save me?
God was the one who saved you. Through Angad and Sahiba. So that you safeguard their relationship. And make their bond so much stronger.
Me? How can I save their relationship, Mom? What can I do in this?
While you were senseless, you were saying Gary's name. Gary, you know he's Angad's brother. He's Sahiba's brother-in-law. Tell me, Sirat. Gary, is he Angad's brother with whom you eloped? Tell me. You eloped with him, right? Answer me, Sirat. Tell me!
Yes.
Look at the mess you created, Sirat. Darn you. You should have died in my womb, Sirat.
Mom, I made such a big mistake. Please forgive me.
happened after you eloped? Tell me what happened after you eloped, huh? You eloped with him? Did he leave you? Tell me. Answer me. Quiet. 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 Don't make a sound. Be quiet. Listen, Sirat. Listen to me carefully, girl. And you better listen carefully to what I say to you now. Wretched girl, whatever happened with you is in the past. No need to tell anybody that you eloped with Gary. Do you understand me? Tell me. If Angad comes to know about it, there will be trouble. Angad will get furious and he will do something so bad. Sahiba will have to bear the brunt of his actions. Because of your misdeeds, Angad and Sahiba's married life will be in trouble all because of you and everything that you created, Sirat. Who knows? If Angad, if he breaks off all ties with Sahiba, this shouldn't happen. Sirat, this secret, you better keep it with you. You will not tell a single soul about this, Sirat. Do you get it? No one should know that you eloped with Gary and he was the reason for you running away. Get it? That's very good. You didn't tell Angad a single thing about Gary.
Mom, I'm very bad. I hurt everybody's feelings, including Angad's. I'm very bad.
When you called Sirat's phone on that day, you heard my voice, not hers.
Please, Angad. Your father turned to alcohol. Do you want to do the same? If drinking would lessen the pain, then, well, everyone would be drunk, wouldn't they? I do not wish to ever see you holding a bottle like that again. That girl, she said something to you again, didn't she? Or was it her scandalous sister? These two sisters are sparing no effort. Not when they harass my son. What has she said? Tell me, dear. Tell... Angad. Angad. Angad, please. Please get up, my son. Tell me, what is it?
Never have I hurt anyone ever in my life. Never have I ever broken someone's heart. I've always helped everyone I can. So why did fate toy with me like this, Mother? Mother, you know, she never loved me at all. Not even for a moment. I asked her myself. But I really did love her. I loved her from my very soul. And she left me for someone else.
Who did she leave you for then? Did she tell you who it was?
No, she did not tell me his name. But she said, Angad, I am sorry. Sorry? And what do I do with this apology? I don't understand when she never even loved me at all. Why am I thinking of her? Why do I keep thinking about her? You see tears in my eyes. But it's my heart that cries. I was wrong to think that Sirat loved me at all, and now that illusion has shattered.
My dear, I wish I could turn back time. And I would never have let those sisters come anywhere near you. Then I could have saved you from all this pain. I'd have saved my son from Sahiba and from Sirat.
Sahiba, you've ruined my life. You cheated me. You should not have done that.
When we were forced to leave the house, you had said that we would regret our decision, that you would never come back to the house no matter how hard we would try. So why did you try to end your life then?
Sira, tell us the truth. After leaving from home, did you meet the guy that you eloped with? Tell me the truth, Sirat. Did he say something to you? Did that man hurt you? That you were forced to take such a drastic step? Tell us. We want to know who he is. Tell us.
No one.
Tell us who it was.
I do not want to speak of it. If you want, I'll never come back home. Anyway, you had kicked me out of the family house, remember? I'll hide my shameful face elsewhere.
Stop this nonsense. You are not ominous. And you need not go elsewhere, okay? You will stay with us. You will stay home. You're home with your family. No one will ask you to leave. Mom, Dad, promise me now that you won't oust Sirat. Please, for my sake.
What are you made of, Sahiba? Despite how I treated you, you saved my life.
My existence is pointless if I can't save you, Sirat. Don't think so much now. Get a hold of yourself. And let's go home. No one might say it now, but we all missed you, Sirat.
Just get out of here and do not ever come back, ever again.
Go, rot away somewhere. The doors will never be open for you again, Sirat.
Sister, the boy who did this to you, even if you don't tell me his name, I'll find out about him. Sister? What have you done to yourself, Sister Sirat? Look, your pillow is drenched in your tears. I know it's not easy, but if you don't let go of the past, how will you move on with your life? You must forget that tragedy and move on. First, you must forgive yourself, regardless of whether others forgive you. Otherwise, how will you live? Where are you heading? Outside. Okay, but why? Because I'm unable to tolerate your lecture. You told her to forgive herself. First you forgive me, but she does not deserve any forgiveness. We can't change what's happened. So what's wrong in moving on, Kirat? What's wrong? What she did completely destroyed our family and all of our lives. But here you are asking her to forget everything and just move on. She will move on in no time. She is completely heartless. But will we ever be able to move on? Will our lives ever be normal again? Don't you know that the entire neighborhood gossips about the defamation we are suffering? Each and every house. And will our parents move on from the trauma they are suffering from? Will they overcome the trauma? Just forget it. Will you ever succeed at moving on? Did you ever want to live in the Pilar mansion, where you live nowadays? You know the life sentence that you will suffer in that house? Just tell me, who is responsible? Her, it's her. Today we are in such big trouble only because of her. Even God pardons the person who realizes their mistake. Sirat has realized her mistake. Do you get it? Also, being furious all the time is not good for you. Stay calm sometimes at least. Also, don't forget, Sirat is our elder sister. Elder sister? You keep saying that she is our elder sister, but has she ever behaved like an elder sister? You said that God would pardon her. You and God may forgive her. Even she may forgive herself. But I will never be able to forgive her. Because what she did to all of us
is unforgivable. Here's your tea.
Santosh, today you forgot the milk.
Yes. Sister-in-law, I forgot to bring the milk on time, as I woke up late.
My dear, this morning Santosh woke up very early. And I noticed that Santosh didn't sleep at all. So why would she lie about that?
Sister-in-law, she's feeling ashamed for even leaving the house. She won't even go buy milk for fear of society mocking her.
But that's not right, huh? Are we going to be able to manage with the black tea?
Hey, Aunt. Black tea is fine. As we have clarified butter at home, I'll prepare flatbreads with clarified butter. We will eat that together. Butter flatbreads along with a black tea taste delicious, right?
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
I'll prepare flatbreads with clarified butter. We will eat that together. Butter flatbreads along with a black tea taste delicious, right?
There she is. Sahiba, you have forgotten about us ever since you got married. You have such nice neighbors like us. Why do you want to have black tea?
That's right.
Billu, give her the milk.
Yes. Yes, I'll give it to her. Go bring a vessel, my dear, then.
No, ma'am. Don't bother with that.
Come on, take it. Santosh didn't come to get the milk in the morning, so we thought that we'd come here. Is everything all right? This is strange. You didn't tell us that Sirat had returned again. You know we were so worried about Sirat, weren't we? Sirat, Kirat, Sahiba. We've been seeing them since their birth. They are like our daughters. Yesterday, when we came to know that Sirat tried to commit suicide, we were just so shocked, weren't we, ladies?
Yes, she was really crying, wasn't she? I mean, think about it. Well, what did Sirat say then? Is everything okay?
Yes, Santosh, tell us. What did she say?
Yes, what did she tell you?
Wait, did she try to commit suicide because of a guy? The one she ran away from her wedding with?
Listen, thank you all for coming here. I appreciate it. I don't want to talk about it right now. The situation is not good. If you could please, we will talk later. You may leave now, please.
Santosh, you are our friend. You can come to us if you want to share your feelings, you know that. If you want to get any information about that guy, or if you want to file a complaint to the police, you can tell us. My husband has good rapport with the inspector.
Well, exactly then. Why should girls tolerate everything? The boys always get away with such cases, but the girls have to suffer, and while the boys, they should also be punished, shouldn't they?
Listen carefully. What we should do and what we shouldn't do, we will decide that. Goodbye.
Madam,
Have you come here to show sympathy or to hurt her emotions? I think your intentions are darker than the tea. You came here to make fun of our tragedy. You have been seeing this girl since she was born, and she was trying to commit suicide. Instead of showing sympathy, you're making fun of her? Here's your jar. And the gate is over there. But I think you should leave now.
I told you, no one gives value to goodness. Santosh and Sirat already had a bad attitude, and now Sahiba has also become like them.
Yes, that's right. She is married into a rich family. It's normal she's arrogant. After all, she is Santosh's daughter.
Let's go, madam.
Let's go then.
Angad. My dear, I have not come here to ask anything. Neither have I come here to give you false hope that everything will be fine. Manvir told me about what happened at the hospital. Angad, my dear, we can understand that you are in pain, but the suffering that you are going through, only you will be able to feel it. Do whatever you feel is right to get rid of the pain, but I am with you, dear. Listen, my dear. Right now, you must focus on yourself. You need to take a break from the business. The more that you ignore and try to avoid this pain, the stronger it is going to get, my dear. You must live your life. Live it for yourself. Give yourself a few more days to find some peace.
But father, that would be hiding. For others, I am...
Just forget about everyone, dear. One only finds mental peace only when he stops fighting with himself. What you did, it was not in your control. You just love someone, and your heart is paying the price for that. And loving someone it is not a crime. The girl that you fell in love with turned out to be wrong.
If you didn't want to marry me when I phoned you the other day, then why did you say yes?
We never had such a conversation.
That was my voice, not hers.
Look, my dear. If you think that you will keep yourself busy with your work and forget your pain, then I can tell you that you are wrong. Simply wrong, my dear. Your pain will only increase gradually over time, and you will experience such a severe pain which you won't be able to bear. But I won't let this happen to my son. I agree with you. Work is very important. If one loses his mental peace and happiness because of his work, then it's no use. You saved your family from embarrassment by marrying Sahiba. It's enough. Now, lead a peaceful life for yourself and the sake of yourself. Even I was pressurized by your grandfather, and I ruined my life. Every day there's a fight. Every day there is drama. I have seen everything, so I don't want you to go through the same. You need to stay away from all this, dear. Every wound can be healed with time. But if you dig up your wound every day, it won't get healed. With time, my dear.
Father, as you know, it's my work which helps me to get rid of all my pain. And it's my work which is still the same. Otherwise, everything in my life has changed.
Sister, give me your hand. Where was your mind? What were you thinking about?
I was just thinking, whatever happened, it is not entirely Sister Sirat's fault.
Everything has a limit, sister. You are showing someone mercy who does not deserve it. She made a mistake. She committed a sin, a crime.
I'm not showing her mercy. I'm just saying, the one behind whom our lives have completely changed, be it a mistake or a sin or a crime, whatever it may be, it's not entirely her fault. The one with whom she ran away is equally responsible for this. And we have to find him.
What would we gain by finding him?
And what do you mean? Everyone will get to know that it is not entirely Sirat's fault. What he did to Sister Sirat is absolutely wrong. It was horrible. And he should be punished for that. Have you seen Sirat's condition in this? It's possible if we get him punished, Sirat will be able to forgive herself and move on.
Whatever you're saying, I agree with you. But I just don't get why she won't tell us his name or where he lives. We are always getting into trouble because of her. Why should we always be the ones to suffer?
Because she is our sister. Perhaps she is not telling us the name because she is just too ashamed of herself. Or because someone is pressuring her not to. Whatever the reason, we have to find him. And if you do not help me, I will find him on my own.
I will find him on my own. Has there ever been a time that I haven't helped you? Honestly speaking, even I would like to meet him. I need to meet him. Because if I don't meet him, how would I thrash his face? For ruining the family and making our lives miserable, she must pay for what she has done. Don't worry. I am with you.
Oh, Almighty. Sahiba shouldn't learn about Gary at all. We are unable to leave this house. Even if I do, I'm not able to look at people anymore. I stay worried thinking, what if someone asks me and mocks me? We are unable to face this world because of you. You fool.
Mom, I'm really sorry. Forgive me.
Mr. Chawla's text? Ma'am, if you remember, your first installment is due next week. Do pay up on time, please. The jewelry that you ran away with on the wedding day, where is it? Tell me.
That bag got stolen.
What? It got stolen? The jewelry worth 1.5 got stolen? Seriously? Fool! I had to mortgage our house and I borrowed 2 million for your wedding from Mr. Chawla. I mortgaged this house. How will I get this house back? You foolish girl. How on earth can you be so foolish? You silly girl. You wanted to run away with a rich brat like Gary. Why did you have to carry the jewelry? Why? What do I do?
Mom? Mom, what did you just say? Why were you holding sister like that? What is wrong with you? I know you were discussing something with sister. Will you tell me what's going on between you two?
It's nothing. It's nothing to worry about. All of us went through what we had to, and it was quite tough on us. And we are still dealing with it. And it will still carry on going for some time, Sahiba. My dear, go back to your in-laws' home. You have given enough care and affection to your sister Sirat. Okay? Go back to your in-laws' house, my dear.
I won't go anywhere. I can see how you're treating Sirat through all of this. Especially after all that's happened. I'm not going anywhere, leaving her here.
Sahiba dear, we are glad that you are there for us in Sirat. You fulfilled your responsibility in your parents' home. You must go back and fulfill your responsibilities in your in-laws' home. Your mother is right. You must go back to your in-laws' place. If not for anyone, then you must go back for your husband, my dear. Your husband saved Sirat's life, didn't he? He stayed with Sirat in the hospital even though he was unwell. You must go and be with him.
No, Father. My presence here is more important. I will stay here. I'll stay with Sirat. Am I not welcome in my own home since I live with in-laws?
Yes, of course, my dear. It's your house. And you may come here anytime that you want to, dear. But listen, you have more responsibilities after marriage now. You must look after your household too, my dear. And I assure you that no one will misbehave with Sirat anymore.
Yes, my dear.
Nothing will go wrong with her. You can trust me this time, right?
But Father...
Don't argue with me, my dear. Just do as I say, okay? All right, have some breakfast with us and go to your in-laws.
I hope that God will take care of you. I don't know how your in-laws will treat you after this incident that happened. Don't worry, Santosh. Angad jumped into the river to save his wife's sister's life. He stayed at the hospital all night long. Do you think he will let any harm come to her? No. Sahiba will face no problem in his house at all. Everything will be okay.
Yes, she is right, my dear. Everything will be okay. I know that my daughter, Sahiba, she will never, ever find a way to let us down. And she has always won over our hearts. She will win her in-laws' hearts too. Go on, take this and give them to your in-laws, my dear.
It is necessary, Dad.
It is necessary, my dear. And also I wish to do it. Your father might be poor, but I am not that poor to send you back empty-handed, dear.
Sirat, I am leaving. But promise me that you won't do anything like that again. You must not harm yourself. Promise me. Please promise me.
I promise.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
Bless you, dear. Bless you, dear.
𝐀𝐁𝐻, here are the sweets. Go on. Go with Sahiba and take her to the taxi.
Okay, Dad. Come. Go on.
Bless you, dear.
The taxi is here. Come on.
𝐀𝐁𝐻? I think that 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 and Mom are hiding something. They were talking to each other. And Mom was scolding 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆, but they got quiet when they saw me. And when I asked them about it, they changed the topic. 𝐀𝐁𝐻, you must do an important task for me. I will go back, but you should stay here and give me all the information. You must tell me everything that Mom and 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 are talking about. I don't know if 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 told her anything or not. But there is something that only Mom seems to know. It's so strange. Or, if that man ever tries to contact 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 again, you must just tell me, okay?
Sister, please do not worry. I will tell you about everything. All the information will reach you easily.
Please take care.
You take care of yourself.
Let's go.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
The next week's meeting with Mr. Sangania. Try to arrange it this week. Fix a meeting with our diamond vendors. Today 4 p.m. The quality of the diamonds isn't what they promised. If they think they can lie and betray me, then they will be sorely mistaken. We have to clear their perception. We have to set an example so that nobody in the future thinks or dares to cheat us. Ever again.
Did you call Sister 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆? And did you ask her if she loves you or not? Did she give you positive consent? That voice was not hers. It was mine.
How dare that woman lie to me? Just because of her lie, I'm suffering. She's the reason for all of the trouble.
Excuse me, brother. What happened? You were talking to yourself. I need to talk to him in private.
Sure, sir.
Brother, what were you mumbling while talking about the vendors? You said that you were suffering for a lie. You said that a person... Were you talking about sister-in-law Sahiba? Brother, you still have so much on your mind. You're not able to focus on your work. You should go home and take some rest.
But why? Angad will not go home. He will focus on his work. Nobody knows Angad better than me. For him, work is worship and meditation, and to calm down the storm within inside him. He has to concentrate on his work. child. Let bygones be bygones. You were supposed to get married to 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆, but you couldn't. The matter ends here. Now Sahiba is your wife. Call her back home and concentrate on your work. You need to shoulder your responsibility. Digging deep into your anxiety will not help you, dear. Nobody talks about 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 in our family from now on.
Excuse me, have your tea.
Is it hot?
Of course. Very funny. Don't expect me to put ice in it. Of course it's hot. It's hot tea.
What a sense of humor you've got. Good. By the way, I don't understand. Angad enjoys the first night with one of the sisters. And at the same time, he saves another sister. Not only that, he goes and spends the entire night in the hospital to take care of her. What is going on, my dear?
You're absolutely right.
Hansraj? Even if you get bad thoughts, you really shouldn't express them, especially not out loud, remember?
No, sister-in-law. You have always misunderstood me. It just came to my mind, and I said it. Am I right? Is that so?
Of course. Well, you see, sister-in-law,
Don't be quiet. None of the sisters is worthy of my son. And it was my son's bad luck that he even met those wretched girls.
Think before you say something, Manveer. You're criticizing your daughter-in-law. Before leaving for the office, Mr. Brar was asking, why hasn't Sahiba returned? Did you have a word with her? When will your daughter-in-law come back?
Neither she nor I believe there is a relationship status there. I have no idea when she is going to come back, and nor do I care. I honestly don't think about it. For her, this mansion is just a guest house, isn't it? She comes in according to her own whims, and also leaves whenever she feels like it.
She didn't go to have fun, Manveer. Sometimes, you see, situations compel us to make quick decisions at a moment's notice without giving a chance to discuss it with others. Moreover, Sahiba is a member of our family, and such things as her whereabouts and well-being, it is our responsibility to look after her and make sure she's fine, dear. Why didn't you call her up?
Who cares about the phone? Mother-in-law, I don't consider her to be a part of our family. Let her come back then, and I will kick her out of this house immediately. That Monga family is very cunning. As if they haven't done enough already, now that their sister is back. She ran away, and now look at her condition. She had to resort to suicide. It's obvious that she has done something truly unacceptable.
Why are you so angry, Manveer, dear?
For my own son. For my dear Angad. Because of her, I saw him turn to alcohol and shed real tears. And so I don't even want to see her ever again. That's it.
That's not how things work in a family. Families don't split so much from the presence of conflict as they do because of avoiding them, because of not having those difficult conversations. If you can't call up Sahiba and talk to her, fine. Then give me her number, let me talk to her.
There's no need for that, Mother. Everybody's favorite, Angad Singh Brar's wife, Sahiba Kaur Brar. She's back already.
Sahiba, tell me, how is your sister? Is she okay? Has she been discharged from the hospital?
Yes, grandmother. She has been discharged. She is fine now, and at home.
Thank goodness.
Did Sirat say the name of the man she eloped with? The reason for her true actions?
No.
Why? Does your sister lose her memory, maybe? Is that why she doesn't remember?
Sister, what are you saying? I don't think she lost her memory. She must be lying to us. Sirat would have definitely told her that guy's name. She's just not telling us because she doesn't consider us to be her family.
My sister is not in a condition to answer as to why she took such a drastic step and eloped, or to answer about who betrayed her to this extent. I don't want to pressurize her because of her condition. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, really? Well, I have seen the world. And I know it very well. I know why your sister isn't telling anyone who the guy is. And why you don't want to pressure her. Well, it's obvious. She got very close to that guy, and well, nature must have taken its course. And if that is the case, well, there can be only one answer to this. It's that your sister would have gotten... well, she would have gotten pregnant, didn't she? But when the guy then denied her and did not accept your sister's child, well, she then tried to commit suicide, didn't she? And you had to rescue your sister. But look, you couldn't save the baby, could you then? And then your sister thought that, well, the guy that she eloped with wouldn't need to be revealed because the baby isn't alive anymore. Isn't that exactly how it is? Aren't I right? Think about it, really.
Wonderful. I must admit, that's some impeccably pathetic thinking.
Is it? My thinking's pathetic. What about you trying to cover up for what your sister did in the first place? Does that make you look any better? Huh?
I'm not trying to cover up. In fact, I promise you that I will be the one who brings out the truth in front of everyone. I will do whatever I can to uncover the truth. I'm not sure if I will tell everyone, but I promise you, you will be the first person to know who did all of this to my sister. Why have you come here? Why have you come to your wife whom you have left? Are you trying to impose yourself on me again? Are you drunk again? Or are you not in your right mind?
No. In fact, I'm in my right mind. I've understood your entire plan now. I've understood your plan and how you executed it to gain entry into this family.
Planning? There you go again.
Did you really think I wouldn't know? I know everything. This entire game began when you met me for the first time. Before I met Sirat, you made sure to get my attention that day. On the day of the celebrations, I told you not to follow me. But you deviated from the matter. You started lecturing me about how heartless rich people are. Then you appeared out of nowhere as a bride at my wedding. and announced to everyone that 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 had eloped with someone else. You knew that would put our reputation at stake, didn't you? You were sure that we wouldn't continue to go forward without our bride. You knew that I would have no option but to marry you. And that's what happened. That's why you alerted 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆. When I'd been searching for her, you made sure 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 was always 2 steps ahead of me. I wasn't able to find her. Because everything was going according to your plan. Until yesterday, that is. But 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆 went and ruined your plans by trying to commit suicide.
What? What are you trying to say?
𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈���𝐆 didn't have any boy in her life at all. He was nothing but an imaginary character that you have pushed into everyone's mind. You are the one who asked 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 to do whatever it is that she ended up doing. You asked her to make me feel like she loved me, in fact. When I had called up 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 that night, you used it as an opportunity and accepted my proposal posing as 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵, my bride. So that I would harbor the notion that 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 too loves me and I agree to marry her without a second thought. And then you asked 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 to run away on her wedding day. But when 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 felt guilty and tried to commit suicide, that ruined your entire plan and revealed you as the liar and cheat you are. That's why when I wanted to talk to 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 in private, you objected to it. When I had asked 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐵 why she accepted my proposal, she was clueless. She really had no idea what I was talking about. She said she'd never accepted any proposal. That clearly says that she never had any guy in her life at all. You were just scared that you might get exposed for everything you did. So that nobody would ever find out that you used your sister to get to marry me. That you were the mastermind behind all of this.
This could have been mine, but wow, you are so hot. Marry me. You have got style. All these comments are from girls.
Why are you using this phone? How did you get it? Are you going to create more problems now? Aren't you ashamed of what you've already done?
I was just...
Just stop it now, 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐍𝐵. Just stop it already. Enough now. You have already caused enough trouble. I will not tolerate it anymore. Understand? Here, do the household chores. Take it. Clean the house.
Mom, you know that I don't know how to sweep the floor. I have never done it. I don't know how to do it.
You don't know it because I never let you do it. I have always coddled you, 𝐒𝐓𝐈𝐍𝐵. I saw the consequences. Understand? You will stay home and do the household chores. Hurry up, please.
Do you have any idea what you're saying? You're not making any sense. Mr. Angad Singh Brar, Your story might be good or bad, but it cannot be true. Because I didn't do that. I would never do that.
Then why isn't your sister revealing the name of the man who betrayed and abandoned her? Your sister was willing to commit suicide, but still she won't say his name. Why? What's the reason? Why? Actually, there is. One reason. You are the single reason 𝐒𝐓 is refusing to tell me that man's name. You are the one who caused all of this trouble. You pretend as if you can solve every problem. Whenever someone faces a problem, you'll be there for them. When 𝐒𝐓 ran off from the wedding, someone else could have taken her place. Your sister 𝐀𝐻𝐕𝐄 could have done it. But no, you chose to do it. Because it was your plan to get married into the Brar family, wasn't it? Life is synonymous with imperfection. But your plan was just perfect. It was foolproof. So my doubt has been turned into belief.
Talking to you is pointless.
Why? Is it because I'm telling the truth? Are you afraid that everyone will find out about what you've done?
That is not true. In fact, I want to find that man who betrayed my sister. My parents and sisters suffered because of him and his actions. And I am going through this. But I promise you, I will find out who that man is and what he was doing with 𝐒𝐓, so that I can prove that the story that you've come up with is a lie. Just give me 7 days. In 7 days, I will find out and prove that my sister 𝐒𝐓 wasn't alone in all this. She ran off with a man who later betrayed her. And if I somehow fail to prove that, I will accept any punishment you give. I will leave this house forever if that's what you want. I will never come back. I just have one request.
What?
This conversation should stay between the two of us. Don't tell anyone about what we've spoken about today.
Why? Because you don't want anyone to find out what you did?
If this concerned only me, I would never have cared about what others will think about it. But my sister is also involved in this. Besides, everyone in my family hates her. If they find out that I am trying to fix her tainted reputation, they will have many things to say. To be honest, it will cause more problems for you, because they will ask you to stop me. But you could never stop me. Because no matter what happens, I promise I will find him. So it's better to keep this between the two of us. Do you understand? Tell me, do you agree?
I agree. I won't tell anyone about it.
What is it?